The future is now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Players Zone YouTube channel. And that is the key line for me. Obviously, coming to an international break here, it can feel a little bit boring as we, come to a halt with the quarterfinals of the Champions League. 9 games to go across most of the major leagues. But it's a really exciting time for the Spanish football fans because right now their teams are dominating in domestic football. But on the national stage, coming off the European Championship win, going into these Nations League quarter-final time versus the Netherlands. Their squad has been released, and boy, is it exciting. Obviously, we know about the superstars coming out of the European Championships and the youthfulness there, but even more superstars and young talent introduced to the Spanish side here. And this side's only get better and better. I've got the World Cup next to me. You look at the World Cup in a year or just over a year's time, you're going to look at a super talented 11 and a talented 11 that probably could go for 3 different World Cups. Some of the names that will definitely pop out on the list, new introductions, Raul Asencio from Real Madrid, Dean Huijsen from Bournemouth, to join the likes of Robin Lenormand, a 28-year-old centre-half, Pau Kubasi, 18 years of age, Dean Huijsen is 19, Raul Asencio, 22, 4 centre-halves, all under the age of 30. There's 3 main centre-halves at an average age of 20 to 21 years of age. That is Spain's future being present right now. And you think about that, I've sort of proposed it before on the podcast, thinking about it. That is the perfect back 3. Pau Kubasi at the heart of the defence. Dean Huijsen can be a left-sided centre-half, and then Raul Asencio as a centre-back and a right-back so far this season can play right-sided centre-back, allowing the more attacking wing-backs like Marco Correa or even Alex Grimaldo to go left wing-back, and he can chuck an out-and-out right winger basically at right wing back there as well, because you've got so much depth defensively. So, it might be a dull period, but definitely if you have a chance, watch Spain play, because hopefully we get to see some of these young superstars playing, especially at the back. But it doesn't just stop there at the back defensively. You look to the middle of the park. Obviously, Casado looks like he might be out for the year, but he was included in the initial squad, 21 years of age, alongside Pedri, 22 years of age, both being fantastic this season for FC Barcelona, who are flying in La Liga in the quarterfinals of the Champions League, on for a quadruple. I think a video I'll either made or going to make will come out in a few days' time talking about Barcelona and their season. Those 2 super young players. There's a great little double option as the 6 and the 8 in the centre of the park. And then you go forward. We obviously know about Lamine Yamal, 17 years old, Nico Williams, the stars of the European Championship, 22 years of age of him. But then you look at other players as well. Samu added in, playing in Portugal at the moment for FC Porto, 14 goals, 3 assists included in this squad. The next generation, possibly the man to lead this side up top alongside Nico Williams and Lamine Yamal up top. And then you got the less known names, the Villarreal combination there of Yeremy Pino, 22 years of age, Alex Baena, 23 years of age. So there is youthful talent all over the park for this Spanish side. We saw how incredible they were in the European Championships. That's then forgetting the likes of Ferran Torres, 25 years of age, Dani Olmo, fantastic for Barcelona this season as well. Even Grimaldo, Cucurella are not that old themselves. As I said, Robin Lenormand feels like an experienced old head in this side as a 28-year-old. So there is so much possibility with this Spanish side. And I think it just goes to show, I made a video over the Christmas period, how Spanish football, Spanish players, Spain in general are dominating football right now. Real Madrid, Barcelona, 1A, 1B, potentially you could argue, in world football right now as the best clubs in world football. Spain recently won the European Championships. I've listed off 4 or 5 names that weren't included in that side and are all the average age of around 21 years of age. They've got great players for the future, great players now, experienced players like Alvaro Morata, who are great leaders of their sides and can contribute on their day as well. So you look all over this and it's just screaming dominance. Best managers, Mikel Arteta, Pep Guardiola, Andoni Iraola, Xabi Alonso. It's a real dominant area, and that's what I come to this point here about this side. You talk about that 2010 World Cup for Spain. They end up winning that European Championship, winners back-to-back with that era, with the likes of Fernando Torres, Iniesta, Xavi, even at the back, a young Sergio Ramos, Piqué, back there as well. There was quality all over the park, and it feels like this is that new generation of the early 2000s, 2010, with this side here. Lamine Yamal, Nico Williams, Dean Huijsen, Pau Kubasi, Raul Asencio, Robin Lenormand, Unai Simon, David Raya in goal, Pedri, Casado, Gavi, Dani Olmo. The names keep listing on and on and on. And I've probably listed there top 5 players in every single position. And I think we've been going through some of the lists on the podcast in recent weeks of top 10 players in every single position. And you've probably got 2 Spanish players, or at least 3 coming from La Liga in basically every position. The quality and the depth is ridiculous. And if you want to, have a deeper insight on some of these new players coming to the side, Dean Huijsen, if you're a regular in the channel, you'll know how much I rave about this Bournemouth side, but in particular, Dean Huijsen, fantastic for them this season. 7.26 average match rating. Got 2 massive goals this season. One coming at Old Trafford. 16 key passes, 6 clean sheets, 1.5 tackles per game, 2 interceptions per game, 5.5 clearances per game. Has only had 2 errors this season leading to a shot, all coming in 27 appearances. For a young 19-year-old moving to what is arguably the best league in the world, has done a fantastic job. And yes, Bournemouth have dropped off in recent times, 3 losses out of their last 4. And it sort of coincided with him being slightly off the pace. But when he's at it and on it for minute 1, they look like a strong side. Him and Ilyas Arbani, one of the best combinations at the back defensively, has led to Bournemouth's mediocre eyes this season. And they still have the opportunity to potentially qualify for Europe because it's so congested in the Premier League and that sort of mid-table region. If he can guide this Bournemouth side to European football, that is a massive tick in his CV. And there's numbers being thrown around like 65, 70 million euros for him come the summer. He's a serious player, cool on the ball, calm in possession. And you know what? For a guy that's very light of frame, very solid in the air and in a challenge. Jose Mourinho talks so highly of him for that little short period of time which he was under his tutelage. And that says a lot. A very defensively orientated manager that's worked with like John Terry and that those great Chelsea sides that kept so many clean sheets and was so defensively orientated. So to be pointed out by him and disappointed he had to get let go of says a lot about Dean Huijsen as him as a player. And Spanish players so comfortable in possession, but he's got a bit of grit about him, and that's what I love about this next man, Raul Asencio. Coming into Real Madrid this season, it's been all over the place. Alaba consistently out injured or inconsistently available. Federico Valverde has to play basically everywhere, but sometimes he has to play midfield. So Asensio's in at right back. Rudiger out injured through periods of time. We obviously know about Militao's injury problems as well. So in comes the young man, 22 years of age. No one really knows about him. He's coming, not a massive player, not very, very tall, but he's really gritty. He fights hard. He's a winner. And it's a big compliment to give him, but he just gives off that Sergio Ramos type energy. Nasty, aggressive, strong into a challenge, will never back down from a 50-50, and has played on some of the biggest stages already at the age of 22. And it takes a lot to join a new club and start a new club. It takes a lot to start at Real Madrid, who are always playing catch up. It felt like this season, starting to adjust. Really bad in transition at times. Bad without the football because of his such attacking Galactico side. He's been under the pump for minute 1. He's had to learn on the go. And he's done a fantastic job of that this season. I absolutely love watching him play. 2 assists, 5 clean sheets, 1.5 tackles per game, averages an interception per game, 3.5 clearances, 3.1 ball recoveries. Does all the hard work, the nitty-gritty work. The stats for Real Madrid defenders are never through the roof. But the thing that stands out to me is 3.5 clearances, keeps teams at bay, gets rid. And for me, the 3.1 ball recoveries a game, because Real Madrid can often be called out in transition, struggle to get rid of the ball, struggle to transition from defence to attack. He cleans it up. He mops it up defensively. Him and Rudiger as a partnership this season has been the best combination for Real Madrid. When they're both available and playing well, they've looked at their best then when he's alongside Rudiger. And that's going to be one of the great compliments when you've got Militao, when you've got David Alaba who's come back here and there. He has been the guy to go to for them already. And Tchouameni's come in and tried there as well. Camavinga's dropped in defensively at times as well. But Raul Asencio has had that confidence, has that grit, and that real determination, and that ugly nature defensively. And that's a good thing. That's not a negative thing on him. He gets in the challenges. He makes it a scrap. And that's what I absolutely love about him in the defensive part of the park. So Asencio joins the squad as well. And then these 2, as I said, unknown type players. I think the common man wouldn't know about Alejandro Baena, the left midfielder for Villarreal. This season has been fantastic. 7.5 on average match rating, 6 goals, 7 assists, 83 key passes, 58% long ball accuracy, 3.3 key passes per game, 56 touches per game, gets to 4.6 ball recoveries and a tackle per game as well. So will track back defensively and works really well in a Villarreal system that, again, isn't too aggressive and too much on the front foot. You lose a superstar in Sorloth to start the season off, a big centre forward. A lot has to be adjusted, a new system, a new type of player to sit in their side, but Baena's continued doing what he does best, which is attacking football, relentless going forward, smart on the ball, making, for me, most importantly, the right reads and the right passes and setting up this side going forward. So he's been fantastic this season. Someone that's not talked about enough on that left-hand side, but fabulous nonetheless. So he's new to the side as well as Yeremy Pino. A goal and 6 assists in 17 starts this season, 32 key passes over the year, 77% pass accuracy, averages 31 touches per game. It's not often on the ball as much and as often. 1.5 tackles per game, winning 50% of his duels. Does a bit of everything. A bit more of your workman-like player, very versatile, can play on the right or the left, prefers the right. But again, another Villarreal player that is a great system player, works to the team around him. Probably won't get much time in this Spanish national team because of the talent they've got up top. But if you need a right wing back, as I said earlier, considering how good 3 centre halves could be for this Spain side, a very valuable option there that's capable on the ball, can do some defensive duties, but most importantly can set the side up going forward. So young names galore, and there's more that haven't even joined their side that you could think could fit in this side. Obviously, no Gavi in this latest international squad. So many players there, so much excitement to be, experience for the Spanish side across the next 5, 6, 10 years. But I think the massive news has been Dean Huijsen and Raul Asencio joining the squad. They have got probably 3 of the best young centre-backs in world football, and that's no just clickbait statement. That is genuinely probably the 3 best centre-halves aged 22 or younger. They are all fabulous. They are all super consistent, and right now, for their domestic clubs, unstoppable. So can anyone really stop this Spanish side? The Nations League game versus the Netherlands coming up in this international break. That'll be very exciting to watch how those 2 teams match up. But looking forward to the World Cup, the next Euros, you're looking at a side that's going to come into their peak, average age of around 24, 25 years of age. This could be a dominant period. It could be 2 Euros and a World Cup across a 10-year period, a 12-year period for this side, because they are unstoppable right now, and they keep pumping out more and more talent out of this nation. So it's very, very exciting to see. And as I said, the future truly is now for this Spanish side. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, guys. Do you believe, or are you as high on Spain as I am? Are you as excited to see the likes of Raul Asencio, Dean Huijsen, Pau Cubarsí and co playing for the Spanish side? And do you think anyone could really stop this side coming into the next World Cup? Let me know that in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed the video, guys, smash a like on it. Subscribe to the Players Zone channel for more reaction content, prediction videos, podcast, the like here, and press that post notification bell so you know we upload here on the channel. With that being said, guys, hope you have a great day today. Enjoy the upcoming international football, and I'll see you guys in a video or podcast very, very soon. Till next time, guys. See you later.